Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Zilfa Python by RB. Today we will learn about the statements in Python. Before that, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to get a regular update and don't forget to press the bell icon for notifications. Let us start with today's topic. In Python, statements are what you tell Python interpreter to perform any operation. Statements consist of expressions which can create or process object. Each statement in Python has its own set of rules called syntax. Python statements in Python can be single line or multi-line. Multiple statements in Python makes a module. Multiple modules make a program. These are the few examples of statements in Python. Assignment operator works as a statement. If statement, while loop, while statement, pass, for, print. Keep in mind that till Python 2.7, print was a statement, while above Python 3, it is a built-in function. Return, break, and continue. Indentation in Python. The programming languages like C, C++, Java uses curly brackets to denote the block of code. Python uses indentation, that is white spaces, to represent the block of codes. Use 4 spaces as per PEP 8 standards. While writing Python code, user should follow PEP 8 standards. Link for this is provided in description box. All the statements under same distance of indentation belong to same block. For more nested block, the indentation should be increased. End of indentation is end of block. Indentation increases the readability of code and allows programmer to write the code uniformly. Rules for writing statements. End of line ends the statement. Alternatively, we can use semicolon to show end of the statement. Multiple statements can be written in same line by distinguishing them with the help of semicolon. For example, as you can see here, A is equal to 4, B is equal to 4, print A into B. These are the 3 statements and they are distinguished with the help of a semicolon. This means they are 3 separate statements. Now let us see what is if statement. If statement selects action to perform depending upon condition. The normal syntax for if statement is if test condition, if's body, that is statement which is be performed if test1 is true. If test1 is not true, the control will be passed to the else statement. Keep in mind to always use colon after the if statement. Let us see the if else example with the help of even number. Here, number variable n is referred to an object 2453, which is a number. We have to check if this number is even number or odd number. For a number to be even, it should be divisible by 2. If this number, so the condition is the n should be divisible by 2, that is, and if it is divisible by 2, it will print that the number is even number, else it will show that it is an odd number. Let's see here. As you can see in this program, first I have written the hashbang statement. About this we will discuss in detail in our coming videos. Here I have taken a user input. Input method is used to take inputs from user while the execution of the program. Here, whatever the number user will give, it will check for its divisibility by 2. If it is completely divisible, it is an even number. If not, it will print it is an odd number. Let us execute this. I'm using number 45. It will give me it is an odd number. Again, if I want to check for another number, say 66, it will print that it is an even number. Now, this was simple if-else statement. If can also be written with the help with elif statement. Here, if-elif combinations can be used to check multiple expressions for true. Let us see how to use if and elif with the help of equality check program. Here in this program, we have to check if the number is 0, greater than 0 or less than 0. As you can see in this program, again I have written a hashbang statement. Then we are taking here input with the help of user input. We are taking whatever number user will give us, this program will check its equality. If number will be 0, it will check if number is 0. If this condition is true, it will print number is 0. Else it will go to elif, first elif. It will check again if greater than 0 or less than 0 in another elif. In this way, the multiple statements can be checked for true. Let's run this. It is asking me to enter number. I'll put minus 90. It will give me it is less than 0. Again, I'll try for 0. It will give me it is equal to 0. Now, if statements can also be nested into another if statement. As you can see here, we have a if statement. If the condition for this statement is true, it will execute the block of statement. Then again, it will come to next if. This if is nested in the first one. It will check for the next condition to be true. If it is true, it will go to the its block. Otherwise, it will go to else. These if and else are corresponding to each other, whereas this if corresponds to this L. Keep in mind that indentation tells which if belongs to which else. With the same indentations, it belongs to the same block. Let us see an example of leap year to understand the nested ifs clearly. As you can see in this example, we have a year 2004 and we have to check whether it is a leap year or not. We will check if for a year to be leap, it must be divisible by 4, and if it is a century year, it must be divisible by 400 also. Century years, only those century years which are divisible by 400 can be a leap year. Okay, so if my first condition comes true, it will check whether it is a century year or not. That is 2000, 3000. It will check if it is a century year, is it divisible by 400? If it is divisible by 400 means it is a leap year. If that century year is not divisible by 400, this control will be passed over to this else statement, which tells that it is a leap year. Then again, for this if, this else statement is there, which will show that it is not a leap year. Let's run this example. Here again, we are using input method to take user input. These are our conditions which we have to check for a leap year, and this is our hashbang statement. Year, I am first checking for 2000, 2020. I am checking for 2020, which gives me it is a leap year as it is divisible by 4. Again, I'll check for say 2000 and check if it is a leap year. It is giving me is a leap year because it is divisible by 100, that is century year, and again it is divisible by 400. This was about nested if-else statement. Let us now see about while loop. While loop repeatedly executes the block of statement until the test condition is true. The condition gets back to the first statement in the block until the test condition remains true. As soon as the test condition fails, the control comes out of the block and goes to the next statement after while block. If the test for the first time fails, the while loop block is skipped entirely. As you can see here in the format, while test, until this test is true, the statements in the while block will be executed repeatedly. As soon as the test condition fails, while it will come out of the block and it will execute the other statements outside the while loop. Here we have an else statement which is completely optional. If the while statement is false, in the first attempt, if it comes false, it will jump back to else. Here we have an example of while loop to generate even numbers till 100. First, we have to check if the number is divisible by 2. If it is a even number, then it will print it. Num plus 1, it will increment our number till 100 and it will check one by one for each incrementation. At first, the number is 1. It is less than equal to 100. So, the condition is true. It will come in if block and it will check. The condition is false. So it won't print this. Okay. This way it will check again and again. Let's see how it is run. See here. I have taken num equal to 1. I have initialized it first. This is my hashbang statement. Okay. Now let's see. See, it gives me all the even numbers till 100. As soon as the num became 101, it came out of the loop and it stopped. In Python, we have more statements like pass, break, and continue. Pass statement is when you wanted to tell interpreter to continue and do nothing in return even if the condition is evaluated to be true. Break statement, when break statement appears in the program, it exits the current loop and resumes execution of next statement. Continue statement, when continue statement appears in the program, it takes the control to the beginning of the loop. Break statement, continue and pass can be easily used in while and for loop, which we will be discussing in our coming videos. This was all about the statements in Python. Stay tuned for more videos on Python. Let us know your queries through comments. Hope you all enjoyed learning. Please don't forget to press the like button. Thank you.